When presented with statistics in such a concrete way, essentially you're placing a very huge burden on so many Māori to go against that, to rise above that, to not be a statistic themselves, which in itself is very dehumanising, to think of themselves as a statistic, their humanity completely stripped out of the concept. It's just what they're doing and how well they're doing it. And that doesn't make a person, it doesn't make up who I am or who you are, but what we're saying is that's what makes up who they are. Well, it was Kahu Kutia's article, and she's like behind the camera. It was kind of from her article and then connecting and talking with her. It started me along the thought, I've got all these experiences that I've had, and probably enough of them that I could just cull them down, distill them and put them into one whole thing. And so this is so cool that it resonates with you. And there was a lady from Germany, there was a lot of teachers, there was people that were Pākehā that were married to their Māori spouse. I want to let people know that I did read them. I read every single story that came through to me that everyone sent. So it was so cool just hearing all the responses, and they're not just being from one space as well, like people coming at it from all angles being like, whoa, this really impacted me. I feel like I'm walking into that world holding myself quite awkwardly, even now. Like, hey guys, hey. Yeah. It's always an ongoing journey, but I think studying te reo really helps with that, because Māori has a beautiful way of framing ideas, framing feelings, framing emotions, and I find it so beautiful that something that is so often felt could be articulated as if it's something so unique. Hurt is not something that takes things away, it gives you something you don't want. Like, you're given a scar across you. It's not just your health is taken from you, it's like you are given something that causes you pain and affliction. And it's like that with, essentially, colonisation, because that's where the whole perception of special treatment comes from. And it's like this whole idea of, what do you give back to heal it? You give medicine, you give aroha, you give stitches, you give practical things to heal the physical wound. Māori don't get special treatment, they're just getting healing for the dozens of scars that their ancestors and that they themselves carry. And I guess it's just translating that pain over to something that someone who isn't Māori can understand. Think of the girlfriend, the boyfriend, the husband, wife, authority figure, parent, teacher, sibling, that didn't just betray your trust, but they completely obliterated it. They hurt you so bad, something that maybe no one even knows about. They caused you a world of pain. And years later, when they're saying, hey, get over it. It was ages ago. What are you on about? Move on with your life. Come on, don't keep dragging up the past. You're still in a world of pain, 100 miles away from forgiveness. They don't get off so easy. They hurt you. Like, that's not something you get over in just a matter of days. It takes years. What transpired between Te Ao Māori and Te Ao Pākehā is very similar to this. It's obvious that a 2 + 2 = 4 solution isn't going to solve this. It's something that we need to work through, and that we need to have grace for each other. There's a lot of grace needed to understand that when you colonise an entire culture, this isn't something that gets shoved under the rug and you move on in a week. This is something that impacts 3 or 4, 5 or 6, 7 or 8 generations down the track. And it takes grace and compassion to move forward from this.